I'm making the Chao Garden-inspired game that I've always wanted. This is Bobo Bay, a pet simulation game where you collect, mash, accessorize, and train little creatures to compete in races and other competitions. Welcome to Devlog 1.
Hello, I'm Austin from New Future Kids, and I'd like to take you through what I've been working on since the last devlog. If you're subbed to the other channel, you will have seen a devlog posted every month since then, but they're super lazy and not edited like this one will be, so I thought it'd be a good idea to make another devlog for this channel to highlight all the big things I've added. So let's break this down into 9 categories: Alpha Release, Town, Juice, Sagas, Loafer Heights, Phantoms, Brawl, Cellphone, and Gun.
First off, I want to extend a huge thank you to everyone who has played the alpha release. For those who don't know, I launched a free alpha demo on Steam a couple months ago. You can still play right now, and the response has been awesome. We received tons of valuable feedback, and it's been great to see so many players streaming it on Twitch and joining our Discord community. The last devlog was all about the lead up to that alpha release, and it was definitely a hectic few months trying to get everything ready. But now the alpha is out, and I've been able to shift my focus to adding new features.
Thanks to a poll ran on my Patreon, the next big feature everyone wanted after the demo is the town. In the demo, you may remember a small courtyard outside the competition center where you would buy snacks, accessories, and visit the black market. That area was always intended to be temporary, with a sign even hinting at a larger town was on the way. The idea has always been for the town to be a bigger area that evolves as you progress through the game, offering far more than just the 3 shops in the courtyard. I started by outlining my vision for the layout and placing buildings where they will eventually go. Without giving too much away, I'll say that some of the town's features will unlock as you play. The town won't be fully complete for a while, as I plan to add more over time. For now, I've added Cobb's, the snack market, the early version of Kelp Thrift, which will serve as the accessory shop, an overnight camp where your Bobo can learn new skills and improve their stats, a shelter where you can adopt Bobos with stats and buy beds for them to sleep in the bay, and the black market is still tucked around the back.
Loaded.
One cool new addition is pop-up shops that appear on certain days of the week or during special times of the year. Right now there's an animal cracker shop that's available 1 day a week, and a back-to-school shop that sells backpacks. This was a key part of the game that was missing, so I'm happy with how it's shaping up so far.
Another new feature is Juice. So weirdly enough, I actually have this idea from super early on. So unlike snacks or fruit, which provide permanent stat increases, like giving Bobo 100 points in stamina, for example, Juice works differently. Think of it as a temporary Bobo doping, giving a significant but short-lived boost to a specific stat. For example, Strength Juice could give a 10% boost in strength for just 1 day. However, after that, your Bobo will crash and sleep for the next 3 days, so you have to plan carefully. You might wonder why you just wouldn't use Juice all the time. So that's where this push your luck mechanic comes in. The first time you give Bobo a Juice, it works fine. But after day 1, there's only a 5% chance that Juice will work. If it fails, your Bobo crashes immediately, and it'll be effectively useless for that day and the next 3. So it makes it a risky move. And then every additional day you try, the success chance increases by 5%. So while it's generally safe to use Juice about once a month, trying to overdo it might lead to major setbacks. So in addition to stat boosting juices, there's also a cold brew, which functions a little differently. The benefit of a cold brew is that it can instantly wake a Bobo up from sleep. So it lets you enter them into a nighttime race, for example, even if they're not normally a night owl. Currently, the juice are sold at the black market primarily. In the last devlog, I teased a feature called Sagas, and now it's finally implemented. Sagas are designed to offer a long-term challenge and act as another objective to the daily trials. In the demo, trials were scheduled events with new competitions every day that any Bobo could enter. Sagas are a bit different. They're intended to be the main objective of the game, spanning across multiple lifetimes of a Bobo. For example, one of the sagas is the Fruit Cup Saga, which includes 4 races spread across 3 grids. You must complete each race in order. and only the specific Bobo that started that saga can continue it. So if you complete the first race with a particular Bobo, you can't substitute a different Bobo for the next one. Multiple Bobos can still progress through sagas at the same time, but the goal is to train one Bobo to overcome these challenges across multiple lifetimes. Unlike trials, where the competitors are randomized, in sagas you'll always face the same exact Bobos in every race, making it a more strategic and predictable challenge. Completing these sagas unlocks some of the biggest rewards in the game, including new maps, new species of Bobos, and special town unlocks. I currently have 2 sagas in the game, each with its own unique theme, and I've got plenty more planned for the future. In the demo, there were 2 maps, Kiki Station, an island-themed map, and Lake Pip, which had more of a Green Hill Zone vibe. It's just a classic national park with swimming, climbing, jumping, and running sections. Moving forward, there'll be additional maps to unlock as we progress through the game, but I knew I wanted at least 3 default maps from the start. Third map is Loafer Heights, or Low-High. The concept is all about Bobos scaling massive skyscrapers and jumping between them. I needed a map that's specifically focused on jumping and climbing, since Kiki Station is primarily for swimming, and Lake Pip has a bit of everything, but is mostly geared toward running. Loafer Heights kind of fills that gap. So it's set in a downtown area with tall buildings, graffiti made by awesome Patreon supporters, and plenty of opportunities for Bobos to show off their jumping and climbing skills. I've added balance beams for agility challenges, and there's even a big swimming section at this hotel. Like the town, the map is still work in progress, but I'm really happy with how it's coming together.
Phantoms are the second species I've added. Up until now, we've just had the normal plant species. But Phantoms are little spooky guys. You unlock Phantoms by taking down the Phantom Bobo Star in the Phantom Saga. These Bobo Star Sagas' final race take place on a new map every time. And once you beat that Phantom, you'll get a sapling to bring back to the bay, and the species will spread out into the world, so you'll slowly start seeing that species show up in the forest and races. Phantoms come with 5 new forms, new eyes, new colors, patterns, and a glow sheen. This makes matching a lot more fun now because you can crossbreed different attributes. I won't show all the different forms though. You need to wait for the final game or play the Patreon build to see them.
Probably the most anticipated feature for many of you is the Brawl mode. Ever since I started posting about this game online, one of the most frequent questions I get is, will there be fighting? Will there be karate? I've always said yes, and it's been a part of the plan from the start. I knew I had to get the core elements like racing fully fleshed out before diving into this mode. Well, this month the timing felt right, and I decided to focus on creating the Brawl mode. I wasn't sure how much I'd be able to accomplish, but I'm glad to say I got almost everything I envisioned done. Brawl mode is sort of like a fully featured fighting game, and I took inspiration from retro fighters like Street Fighter and Tekken. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of Chao karate, and I thought there was so much potential to make this awesome. While racing is more predictable, Brawl mode introduces a rock-paper-scissors mechanic to shake things up a bit. In this system, punches beat kicks, kicks beat blocks, and blocks beat punches. So each second, your Bobo will choose an action at random. Your Bobo's stats will play a crucial role, but even a weaker Bobo can pull off a win against a stronger one thanks to this mechanic. So every stat will do the following things. Run will be for movement speed. Agility is block effectiveness. Climb is punch power. Swim is kick power. Strength is a damage multiplier. Jump is chance for air juggling. Acceleration is the speed of air combos, and penetration strength when a punch meets a punch or a kick meets a kick. And then finally, stamina is health. You as a player also get an important role, and you can change the approach that your Bobo has at that moment between defensive, neutral, and aggressive, which sets their movement and probability for the different actions. Also, all the traits in the game will have benefits and changes in Brawl as well. For example, the Rough and Tumble trait allows the Bobo to use a steel chair as a punch that deals extra damage, while the Camper trait gives Bobos fire fists. You'll have to see for yourself what the other traits do.
Cellphone is something that I think was very much needed in the game. It's my way of giving the players some quality of life features, as well as some fun additions too. On the phone right now, you can take photos, track things like main traits and colors in the Bobopedia, create a contact list for your Bobo, and even call your Bobo to you from anywhere in the world. There are lots more features and apps I'm still going to add, but I already think at this point it's really cool and helpful when you're playing.
And finally, a gun. I added a gun.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope it was exciting to see everything laid out. I'll probably do another one of these more edited updates in a few months, and by then we'll have even more features to showcase. The goal is still to release by the end of next year, assuming GTA 6 doesn't drop first and totally kill the game. I've shared a roadmap over on Patreon, though it's already evolved a bit, so I'll need to update it frequently. Looking ahead, my main focus for the coming months is to add more customization for Parfait, add more species, new shops to the town, and plenty more. Thank you again for all your support. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube, follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, wishlist the game on Steam, and check out the Patreon if you want early access to all these new features. Peace.